So you are finally ready to go ahead and buy your first house. But what is the best loan program for somebody in your situation? Before I get started, if you're new to my page, my name is Luke. I live in Arizona. I'm a licensed mortgage broker in the state of Arizona, licensed to do business in the state of Arizona. If you get any general questions, I can definitely answer those. Does not matter what state you live in. Now, going back to this specific situation, I'm going to give you a very, hopefully a simple, a no BS and transparent answer to this specific question. And for just time's sake and to keep this simple, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a VA loan and I'm going to take a USDA loan. I'm going to put those off to the side. There's some additional red tape that goes along with those loans that would take a little too much time to explain. So today, for time purposes, let's strictly focus on FHA and conventional loans. All right, let's talk about conventional loans first. There's this misconception out there that if you're a first-time homebuyer, or any homebuyer for that matter, you're going to need 20% down in order to use a conventional loan, which hopefully at this point most people know is not true. But what a lot of people don't understand is if you are a first-time homebuyer, you can use a conventional loan with only 3% down, which is actually less than what FHA requires. Conventional loans, all right, first and foremost, you are going to need a minimum of a 620 credit score just to qualify for a conventional loan. Conventional loans do not come with the upfront mortgage insurance premium, which an FHA loan comes with. Now that does not have to be paid for by you out of pocket. It does get added to your loan amount on an FHA loan, but again, conventional, you do not get this charge added to your loan amount. Now, of course, because you are putting less than 20% down on a conventional loan, you are going to have monthly mortgage insurance. However, the cool part about using a first-time homebuyer program on a conventional loan is that monthly mortgage insurance is actually going to be given to you at a reduced rate. So it's going to come with a little cheaper of a mortgage payment. Now, the other thing about monthly mortgage insurance is you can get rid of it on a conventional loan if you build up enough equity in your house. So if your LTV is less than 80%, you can call your servicer and have that monthly mortgage insurance charge removed from your mortgage payment. Now, when it comes to credit, like I said, you need a 620 minimum score to qualify. If you have charge-offs and things like that, might become a problem on a conventional loan, where FHA is going to be a little more lenient when it comes to derogatory accounts. So those are the pros of a conventional loan. Now let's move on to FHA. FHA, I'm sure most of you know, requires a minimum of 3.5% down. It does come with the upfront mortgage insurance premium. Like I said, that gets added to your loan amount. And of course, you're going to have to pay monthly mortgage insurance with your mortgage payment basically forever on an FHA loan. The only way to get rid of it is if you put at least 10% down when you originally buy the house and use an FHA loan, or you'll have to refinance into a conventional loan to get that monthly mortgage insurance removed. It does not matter how much equity you have built up in the house. FHA is going to require a minimum of a 580 score to qualify for an FHA loan with the minimum 3.5% down. If you have 10%, you can go all the way down to a 500 score. And like I said, FHA going to be a little more lenient when it comes to, charge-offs, things like that. However, collections and disputes, you do have to be very careful when it comes to using an FHA loan. You're going to want to talk with a lender if you have anything like that on your credit report. And FHA does have a little more leniency in terms of overall debt to income ratio. So that's another pro when it comes to using an FHA loan. So if you have any questions on any of this stuff, go ahead and drop them in the comments. If you want to see more of this mortgage content, go ahead and please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube page. So again, my name is Luke, mortgage broker based in the state of Arizona, licensed to do business in the state of Arizona. But again, want to reiterate, I can answer any and all mortgage questions. Does not matter what state you live in.